It was supposed to be a light-hearted conversation on national television, an episode meant to inspire and entertain. But what unfolded that evening on the Oprah Winfrey Show quickly turned into one of the most unforgettable moments in recent talk show history. Millions watched as media icon Oprah Winfrey, known for her charm and empathy, took an unexpected jab at former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard's faith, a moment that would later haunt her and inspire millions around the world. The crowd laughed, the cameras zoomed in, Oprah leaned forward with that familiar smile and, in what seemed like an attempt at humor, made a remark questioning Tulsi's unusual religious beliefs. It was subtle at first, the kind of joke that talk shows often rely on to stir the audience, but this time, it struck a deeper chord. Tulsi's expression changed slightly, her calm eyes reflecting both composure and pain. The air in the studio thickened, as if everyone suddenly realized that this wasn't just playful banter anymore. For a brief moment, Tulsi said nothing. The silence was louder than any words. The audience grew uneasy, unsure of whether to laugh or hold their breath. Even Oprah, confident and unshaken as ever, looked momentarily off balance. And then Tulsi spoke. Her voice was soft, steady, but it carried the weight of something profound. "Oprah," she began, "faith isn't about appearances or traditions. It's about love, humility, and service to others, values that every human being, regardless of religion, can live by. I was raised to see God not in temples or rituals, but in every person I meet, even those who mock me." The crowd fell silent. Every word echoed through the studio like a calm wave washing over a storm. Tulsi didn't raise her voice, didn't retaliate with bitterness. Instead, she shared a story, a deeply personal one. She spoke about being a child growing up in Hawaii, waking up before dawn to chant prayers with her family, not because she was told to, but because it gave her peace. She talked about the discipline, the service, the compassion her faith instilled in her, and how it guided her through the chaos of politics, war zones, and the relentless criticism that came with public life. "People often fear what they don't understand," Tulsi continued, her gaze never wavering. "But our purpose isn't to fight that fear with anger, it's to replace it with understanding." Oprah sat back, her face frozen in quiet reflection. The audience, now completely still, felt the gravity of Tulsi's words. There was no applause at first, only silence, the kind that comes when truth cuts too deeply to ignore. When Oprah finally spoke again, her tone had changed. The confidence that once filled her voice gave way to something more humble. "I think," she said slowly, "we all just learned something today." From that moment on, the energy in the studio transformed. What began as an awkward exchange became a profound dialogue about belief, respect, and the power of grace under fire. In the days that followed, clips of the exchange went viral. Social media erupted with praise for Tulsi's composure and strength. People from all backgrounds, Christians, Hindus, Muslims, atheists alike, shared the video, calling it a masterclass in dignity. Some even said it made them reflect on how they treated others who believed differently. And Oprah, to her credit, didn't shy away from the moment. She later addressed it publicly, acknowledging that she had misjudged her tone. "Tulsi reminded me that faith isn't something to question or tease," she said. "It's something to respect, even when it's different from your own." But for Tulsi, the viral fame wasn't the point. In an interview days later, she simply said, "My response wasn't about defending myself. It was about showing that faith, when it's real, doesn't need to fight. It simply stands firm." That simple act, choosing grace over anger, understanding over outrage, resonated far beyond politics or religion. It became a story about humanity itself, how strength isn't measured by how loud we shout, but how calmly we stand in truth when others try to shake it. By the end of that unforgettable week, Tulsi Gabbard wasn't just trending, she was being celebrated as a symbol of modern courage and spiritual conviction. And for millions watching across the world, her composure in that heated moment reminded them of something powerful, that sometimes, silence speaks louder than any insult, and faith, when lived with humility, can leave even the most powerful people speechless. It wasn't just a TV moment, it was a human one, a raw, real, and deeply inspiring. And long after the cameras stopped rolling, Tulsi's message lingered in the hearts of viewers. You don't need to defend your light. You only need to let it shine.